Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy PizzaJoeLive. Today I'm going to be showcasing my first win on the new map Caldera. The things I did right, the things I did wrong. It's just a gameplay video. I'm going to explain the good things that I do, the bad things that I do, and how I got my first win in the game. I dropped 11 kills in a solos match. It was a fairly easy lobby. It was like a .76, I think. And there was only one person with a higher KD than me. I landed at Arsenal, which is by far my favorite spot. That building with the 3 different layers. There's also the one where the helicopter spawns in, but that's usually very contested. And if you want to get kills in Arsenal, I would recommend you go there. If you're looking to just get, kind of slower pace start, get your guns, get your bearings, scout out the area, I'd recommend dropping at the building that I dropped at with 3 different layers. Yeah. Right now I'm just looting up here, trying to get some decent guns. Usually off the floor loot. I look for the MP40 and I'm rocking the Automaton, but you could also rock the Bren or the STG. Go over here. I think I pick up self-revive here. No, I buy a UAV just to get some more general knowledge of what's going on. Thinking about pushing that cash drop. Cash drops and supply drops give you a ton of money, and I think they changed it so that they actually drop closer. So I was just marking the cash drop there. Figure someone's probably going to go for it, but I highly recommend that you go for them if you see them. They can really give you a leg up on the competition. Right there, I check my mini map, mark that there's one guy there. We got one guy over at those houses. I do a solid mark on the guy over at the other house, because he's farther away. That mark's obviously going to last longer than the danger, and I know that the guy's at the big building. So I go over here, get the cash, got a cluster strike. Figure I might as well call it in. I can't carry 2 of them, so that's what I'm going to do here. I don't think the guy was up there, though. Absolutely, I hate that type 11 there. The weird ammo and like the weird ammo thing on the side is just not good. It always messes me up, and the recoil is a little shaky on it too, especially for PlayStation. If you're playing on PC, you could probably control it, but at least a little better. So I decided to push in here. Pretty standard. Catch him out in the open and beam him. He's trying to head up the ladder. Grab his loot. And he had 9,000 bucks, so that really sets me. I can go buy a self-revive, or I can go wait and get a loadout. Can't get that till the end of first zone though. So we got a little bit of time. There's that precision I had dropped before. I don't think I picked that up in this. That guy has either moved or died, and we have one over there. I opt to push the dude near the buy. We'll see how that works out. I don't end up getting the dude on the ping, at least I don't think. Got So just doing a little bit of slide canceling there, staying near cover. See him going out to the buy, get in position to where I can just beam him. 2 easy kills, just catching him out in the open and finishing him off. That's ideally how you want to play. Is you want to get in engagements where they're caught out in the open, they don't have any cover, and you can just beam them. Pick up a loadout here, toss it down. Buy my self-revive. Trying to check, see if there's anybody on my right, because I know that there was a car over there. Moving to this building. And jump off the side, because why not? Alright, so right here we're just kind of scanning the area. We think that there's somebody possibly down there, and we're just trying to gather as much information as possible. We know that the gas is coming in here pretty shortly, and if anybody is down there, they're going to be forced upward towards us, and we'll be able to hold them. Head back into the building so we have some cover, get some overwatch. Don't see anybody, trying to watch every angle. Don't want to get too tunnel visioned on one building or one certain thing. See a guy down there, spot him getting in the car, beam him, he jumps out. He'd have been better off driving away. We get the down, calling a cluster strike. And you would think that'd be enough to finish him, but he manages to get up, run over to the car. We still will beam him anyways. Easy kill. It's our third one in the game. Got 8 more to go in a victory royale. Ideally, you'd want to go over and loot his body, but there's not enough time. At least I don't think, because gas is coming in and we want to be in an ideal position rotating into the next zone. So we're not the ones getting caught out in the open and absolutely beamed. Check heartbeat here and make sure nobody's either upstairs or just in the general area. Check the map. Pick up a chest. Saw some shots on the map, couldn't really tell where they were coming from. Just rotating, scanning the area. If you were doing a pinwheel rotation, you wouldn't have to be looking everywhere. That'd be the ideal thing to do. But since we're just trying to push up to loadout, we're not really doing any special rotations or anything. Probably should have looked around more, but we're going for Ghost. Swap back to the guns we were using previously. Haven't really been feeling the sniper lately. See, there's a couple loadouts over there. We can assume people are going to be coming towards them. We can stop them from getting loadout and we can hold them. It's a lot easier to fight them when they have ground weapons as opposed to loadout. Just recently they came out with an update where you can actually buy a loadout now, prior to the end of the first circle where the loadout actually drops. So I'm so glad they reverted that, at least for Battle Royale, which is what I mainly play in. Trying to watch the gas. I shouldn't be standing stationary right there. I should still be continuously moving. I could have easily have gotten sniped, but luckily I didn't, and I'm still kind of scanning the area, heart beating. Didn't really need to there because I can kind of see 50 meters in front of me, so there's no point in heart beating. Watch my right because a lot of people like to hang out near those dishes. Catch a guy coming in from the gas. You'd never expect someone to be over there, but they are, and it's an easy kill to pick up. Checking to see if one of the loadout boxes disappeared, if it was his, if it was someone else's. We hang out here for a good bit of time, just watching to see if they come back for loadout or if someone else is coming for loadout. I don't think anybody got it. Got about a minute until storm comes in. No need to heartbeat there because you can see 50 meters in front of you. That was just kind of, I don't know, a nervous tick. Decide, okay, no one's probably going for a loadout. Let's do our rotate into the zone. Just in case someone snuck up behind me, just heartbeat there. If you're not paranoid when you're playing this game, something's wrong with you, because you should always be thinking, you know, what if there's a guy behind me? What if there's a guy to my left? What if there's a guy to my right? You always have to be aware, especially in solos when you don't have a team that's watching out for you that has different, you know, fields of view when they're looking and checking and seeing. It's just you. It's you versus everybody else, and you got to be aware, and you got to play smart, and you got to know where everybody is. Make sure nobody's behind you. Make sure nobody dropped in. You know, I've died so many times because it's not because they're better than me. It's just because they showed up somewhere I didn't expect them to, and it can get really frustrating. But you just gotta play smarter. You just gotta expect them to be in the most unexpected places. You know, be careful when you enter a room because someone could just be sitting in there with ghosts waiting for you. People do that. You know, you just have to watch out. You gotta be ready for them. I'm spending way too much time. Excuse me. I'm spending way too much time over here checking, seeing if there's people here or not. I really just need to kind of rotate in. But I also don't want to get shot in the back. So, okay, we see someone out there. Get our Brent out, and we beam him as he's coming in. Pick up another easy kill. That's 5 kills. Got a guy going for the car. Try to beam him. Unable to finish him, he gets away. This is the aw shoot moment. We really gotta go, and we got this huge mountain in front of me. But anyone can get, you know, a 5.0 KD if they just play like this. If they play kind of laid back, they don't really go where a lot of people are. They get their load out and they play smart. They wait for the good people to be out in the open. I mean, you can usually tell if it's a good lobby or a bad lobby, because if it's a bad lobby, a lot of people will rotate out in the open. But if it's a good lobby, you'll see people using cover, sticking to rocks, sticking to trees, sticking to everything else. But if you catch them out in the open and they have no cover, 9 times out of 10 you're going to win that gunfight. And that's how you want to play. And I like to try to avoid buildings as much as possible because you're prone to running into campers and getting absolutely eviscerated because you didn't know there was a guy sitting in there. And you're probably the dude's first kill.
High ground, we got good overwatch.
One of the things I do when I'm playing is I kind of, you know, talk as to how the game's going. You know, I got high ground, I got a good position, I have overwatch behind me. Just in general, you know, okay, I want to plan this rotation, I want to do this, I want to do that, there's probably someone on my left or right. It's just good reinforcement. You don't have to play like that, but I find it helps me stay focused and be able to plan multiple things at once. Just walk through the process. My gut's telling me that someone's at that building. I don't think there is anyone after the fact, but during the time of actually being in this match, I was for sure, yeah, there's probably a camper in there. I need to watch. That gondola building's usually hot too. You have people rotating in and out of peak. And this isn't a really good spot for me to be in because I don't have any real immediate cover other than this rock. And I'm just kind of standing here out in the open, waiting to get beamed. If there was someone in those rocks, they could have easily killed me. And I had no idea which rock he was shooting from. Yeah, I'm sitting here way too long. I need to make up my mind. I need to rotate. I need to do something.
Bet you there's someone over there. We got a bunch of rocks here. We might as well use them.
Trying to stay near some trees, stay near some rocks. Might as well use the rocks for cover is what I say. Checking to see if anybody's rotating in on my right. Still keeping an eye on that building. That vehicle, that was the one we were shooting at earlier who came up the same way we did. He got away. Now we're being hunted.
That's where the one guy went, alright. He could have went up. Being that he was on the outside of zone though originally, I can't imagine him going into peak.
I was just saying there that I don't think that guy would have actually went into peak because he had landed on the outside of zone and he seemed very non-confrontational. He seemed like more of a camper, more of a kind of casual player. So I wouldn't imagine him actually pushing into peak, but I'm not sure where exactly he went. Looking back at this, I need to be moving more. Hanging out near that rock and kind of the area in between near the other rocks wasted a lot of time.
Heading over to a rock.
And it didn't really do much for me. It kind of left me vulnerable
Above and below.
to the people at the top of peak. Luckily, none of them were looking my way. Right now, I'm in a pretty dicey spot because I'm going to have the people from peak coming down, and I'm going to have the people below me. As you can see, we got someone coming down from peak, beam him out of the sky.
It's not going to be the only one.
Tell myself that's probably not going to be the only guy. Got to keep watching up there.
Use debris for cover.
Use the rocks for cover. Possibly those ruins. Pick up the stuff. Getting shot at from up top. He's going to have to move in. Okay, so I don't get the kill on that guy, but somebody does. Which helps me know that there's someone over there, southwest-ish. So I decide I'm going to move out of the safety zone and I'm going to try to get the kill on him. Checking the map, I see somebody there. Just waiting for him. Beam a guy just sitting there.
Thank you.
Got someone below me too. Kill him. He wasn't too happy about that. I wrote 8 kills. Didn't land at peak, didn't go too aggressive off the start.
Okay.
Just played it nice and slow, played very tactical. Now we're using the rocks again.
Right, I'm ghosted, he's not going to show up.
We know there's going to be a guy on our right because the guy we were shooting
Could possibly beam that guy down there.
southwest was also getting shot at by somebody else. Checking heartbeat, trying to move a little bit left to the right, just make it a little bit harder if someone wanted to snipe me. They could probably still snipe me, but at least I'm not holding still. Catch a guy playing like me, just kind of playing a little slow, laid back. We want to try to keep the high ground as much as possible. Keep watching our left. Watching our right, checking the map, seeing where they're shooting. Trying to keep that in mind. Gotta move up here soon. Don't have a gas mask.
Rotate over here.
Gonna rotate over this way. Pick up this loot. Now we're right where he was. Got somebody shooting at us.
It ain't worth airstriking. It's just better to wait. 36.4 ahead.
It ain't worth engaging that sniper with the guns I have. I'm probably gonna miss a lot of shots and I probably won't get the kill on him. We know there's a guy up here. And staying in this little gully isn't going to help us. He's just going to probably hop down and try to kill us if he figures out that we're here. So the best move is probably to get behind the rocks, which is what I do. I'm just going to try to be patient and wait for him to overexpose himself, and then we're going to beam him. Pretty sure my left's clear, so I'm not checking that too hard. We're focused on the right here. Still want to keep checking my left though. If you're not paranoid in this game, you're doing something wrong. Spot him overexposed, and I just go ham. Call in the airstrike, chuck some Semtexes. I want to make sure this man's dead. Since we called in that airstrike, we gave away our position, so immediately I start running. Loadouts are a good spot to just kind of head glitch. Gives you pretty good cover, so I hang out near those, hang out near the rocks here. Thinking there might be someone still on my right, but I'm not quite sure. Here are the last two guys fighting, and then it becomes a 1v1. Trying to see where he is. Yeah, if I wouldn't have missed those shots, I probably could have had him. But I see him drop down, and this becomes way more prolonged than it needs to be. Pressure's on. I'm expecting him to probably push left or head up the way he came, but that's not the case. He rotates hard right, and he catches me off guard when I'm forced to move in. Not this zone, but the second zone. Or the zone after this one. Really don't want to give up high ground here. Still watching my left because I just have that feeling he's over there. He's not, but I think he is. Now we're forced to move in, and we don't have a gas mask, so this is where it starts to get interesting. I'm thinking, okay, maybe he pushed up on my right. Maybe he went for high ground on me, and I missed him. Start rotating in. Gas is hitting me a little bit. He starts beaming me. I immediately go for cover. Plate up. Can't play when you're in gas. Drop shot him.
Let's go, baby!
And we get the win.
Boom, boom, boom! Ah!
Oh yeah.